Om. Yes, respected friends, welcome you all with all greetings, all gratitudes, all salutations, all congratulations. Seven sadhanas, tapasyas we have just started doing in our own clarity of understanding, same time humble way. Our job is to become more and more deep, committed, intense in these things to yield the required result of spiritual unfoldment. And this 1 hour is not sufficient. Throughout the day, into that spirituality, we have to enter. Have the sankalpa for it, work towards it slowly. That state will come to us. Let Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana, and the world in which we are living, all of them bless us, protect us, take care of us, empower us, put us on the right path, and take us along. May we be available for their grace. May we not disgrace their grace with our wrong perceptions, wrong ideologies. So too our Vyaktitvas of Lokasevaka, Dharmastapaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta, Gambhira, Samskrita, Bhasha, Jnata, Vyakarana Sahita, Guru Upasaka, Daivopasaka, Mananakarta, Chintanakarta, Nididhyasanakarta, Anubhavi, Anubhavanishchita, Vyaktitva Vikasa also may we focus upon. Friends, the 7 things we do. The last one is the Upanishad Adhyanam, Shwethashwathara. We are doing the 6th chapter. The mantras nowadays we are studying are crystal clearly telling us the Swarupa and Tatastha Lakshana of the Paramatma for us to recognize, for us to identify with, for us to pursue, for us to realize Him to be we in our heart. Then the benefits also are told. Single soul benefits, no other way those benefits come to us like the Sukha Prapti and Moksha. With Bhashyam, it is so beautiful. These are the portions which have to be always in our mind, heart, giving us that support for contemplation. That again, willingness, again, required effort. When they are there, we will remember these mantras. We always are in the contemplation of them, becoming sukshma and sukshma. We really realize that reality. Before that, we also have the Parayanam of the mantras of the Upanishad. Before that, the Sankalpa. Before that, the Shanti mantras, Guru Smarana mantras. Before that, our common sense thought. And before that, our daily Dhyana Puraka Mantrocharana. Then the first one is our Veda Parayana. Each of these activities are not wastage of time, but aimed at really giving us that required bhakti, shraddha, purity, etc. May we involve in all these things with our utmost single pointedness and faith. We will start with our first one, the Veda Parayanam, Chandogya Upanishad. Tomorrow it will conclude. Only few more, what do you say, the khandas are there. Right? Today we'll do the Dvadasha Khanda, then the Trayodasha, Chaturdasha, Panchadasha. They are small ones. When they are done, the Chandogya Parayanam, which we are doing from about 1 month or so, it is done. What's after that? Let us see as the Prabhu wants. Okay. Om Athaveda Parayanam Samavediya Chandogyopanishad अथ अष्टमोऽध्यायः अथ द्वादशः खण्डः ॐ मघवन्मर्त्यं वा इदगं शरीरम् आत्तं मृत्युना ॐ मघवन्मर्त्यं वा इदगं शरीरम् आत्तं मृत्युना तद् अस्य अमृतस्य अशरीरस्य आत्मनः अधिष्ठानम् तद् अस्य अमृतस्य अशरीरस्य आत्मनः अधिष्ठानम् आत्तो वै स शरीरः आत्तो वै स शरीरः प्रिया प्रियाभ्यां न वै प्रिया प्रियाभ्यां न वै सशरीरस्य सतः सशरीरस्य सतः प्रिया प्रिययोः प्रिया प्रिययोः अपहतिः अस्ति अपहतिः अस्ति अशरीरं वा वसन्तम् अशरीरं वा वसन्तं न प्रिया प्रिये स्पृशतः न प्रिया प्रिये स्पृशतः अशरीरो वायुः अभ्रम् अशरीरो वायुः अभ्रम् विद्युतो स्तनयित्नुः विद्युत् स्तनयित्नुः अशरीराणि एतानि अशरीराणि एतानि तद्यथैतानि तद्यथैतानि अमुष्माद् आकाशात् समुत्थाय अमुष्माद् आकाशात् समुत्थाय परं ज्योतिरूपसम्पद्य परं ज्योतिरुपसम्पद्य स्वेन रूपेण अभिनिष्पद्यन्ते स्वेन रूपेण अभिनिष्पद्यन्ते एवमेव एष सम्प्रसादः एवमेवैष सम्प्रसादो अस्मात् शरीरात् समुत्थाय अस्मात् शरीरात् समुत्थाय परं ज्योतिरुपसम्पाद्य सम्पद्य परं ज्योतिरुपसम्पद्य स्वेन रूपेण अभिनिष्पद्यते स्वेन रूपेणाभिनिष्पद्यते स उत्तमः पुरुषः स उत्तमः पुरुषः स तत्र पर्येति स तत्र पर्येति जक्षत क्रीडन रममाणः जक्षत क्रीडन रममाणः स्त्रीभिर्वा यानैर्वा ज्ञातिभिर्वा स्त्रीभिर्वा यानैर्वा ज्ञातिभिर्वा नोपजनगं स्मरन्निदगं शरीरगं नोपजनगं स्मरन्निदगं शरीरगं स यथा प्रयोग्य आचरणे युक्तः स यथा प्रयोग्य आचरणे युक्तः एवमेव अयम् अस्मिन् शरीरे प्राणो युक्तः एवमेव अयम् अस्मिन् शरीरे प्राणो युक्तः अत यत्र एतद् आकाशम् अनुविषण्णम् अत यत्रैतदाकाशमनुविषण्णम् चक्षुः स चाक्षुषः पुरुषः चक्षुः स चाक्षुषः पुरुषः दर्शनाय चक्षुः दर्शनाय चक्षुः अथ यो वेद इदं जिघ्राणीति अथ यो वेदेदं जिघ्राणीति स आत्मा गन्धाय घ्राणम् स आत्मा गन्धाय घ्राणम् अथ यो वेद इदम् अभिव्याहराणीति अथ यो वेद इदम् अभिव्याहराणीति स आत्मा अभिव्याहाराय वाक् स आत्मा अभिव्याहाराय वाक् अथ यो वेद इदगं शृण्वानिति अथ यो वेदेदगं शृण्वानिति स आत्मा श्रवणाय श्रोत्रम् स आत्मा श्रवणाय श्रोत्रम् अथ यो वेद इदं मन्वानीति अथ यो वेद इदं मन्वानीति स आत्मा मनोस्य स आत्मा मनोस्य दैवं चक्षुः दैवं चक्षुः स वा एष एतेन दैवेन चक्षुषा स वा एतेन स वा एषः एतेन दैवेन चक्षुषा मनसैतान् कामान् पश्यन् मनसा एतान् कामान् पश्यन् रमते य एते ब्रह्मलोके रमते य एते ब्रह्मलोके तं वा एतं देवाः आत्मानमुपासते तं वा एतं देवा आत्मानमुपासते तस्मात् तेषागं सर्वे च लोकाः आत्ताः तस्मात् तेषागं सर्वे च लोकाः आत्ताः सर्वे च कामाः सर्वे च कामाः स सर्वागंश्च लोकान् आप्नोति स सर्वागंश्च लोकानाप्नोति सर्वागंश्च कामान्यस्तम् आत्मानम् अनुविद्य सर्वागंश्च कामान् यः तम् आत्मानमनुविद्य विजानातीतिह विजानातीतिह प्रजापतिरुवाच 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 ॐ इति द्वादशः खण्डः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ सामवेदीय छान्दोग्योपनिषत् अथ अष्टमोऽध्यायः द्वादशः खण्डः। ॐ मघवन् मर्त्यं वा इदगं शरीरम् आत्तं मृत्युना तद् अस्य अमृतस्य अशरीरस्य आत्मनः अधिष्ठानम् आत्तो वै स शरीरः प्रियाप्रियाभ्यां न वै स शरीरस्य सतः प्रियाप्रिययोः अपहितः अपहतिरस्ति अशरीरं वा वसन्तं न प्रियाप्रिये स्पृशतः अशरीरो वायुः अभ्रम विद्युतो स्तनयित्नुः अशरीराणि एतानि तत् यथा एतानि अमुष्मात् आकाशात् समुत्थाय परं ज्योतिरुपसम्पद्य स्वेन रूपेणाभिनिष्पद्यन्ते एवमेवैष सम्प्रसादो अस्मात् शरीरात् समुत्थाय परं ज्योतिरुपसम्पद्य स्वेन रूपेणाभिनिष्पद्यते स उत्तमपुरुषः स तत्र पर्येति जक्षत् क्रीडन् रममाणः स्त्रीभिर्वा यानैर्वा ज्ञातिभिर्वा नोपजनगं स्मरन् इदगं शरीरगं स यथा प्रयोग्य आचरणे युक्तः एवमेवायमस्मिन् शरीरे प्राणो युक्तः अथ यत्र एतदाकाशमनुविषण्णं चक्षुः स चाक्षुषः पुरुषः दर्शनाय चक्षुः अथ यो वेदेदं जिघ्राणाति स आत्मा गन्धाय घ्राणम् अथ यो वेदेदम् अभिव्याहराणीति स आत्मा अभिव्याहाराय वाग अथ यो वेदेदगं शृण्वानीति स आत्मा श्रवणाय श्रोत्रम् अथ यो वेदेदं मन्वानीति स आत्मा मनोस्य दैवं चक्षुः स वा एष एतेन दैवेन चक्षुषा मनसा एतान् कामान् पश्यन् रमते य एते ब्रह्मलोके तं वा एतं देवा आत्मानमुपासते तं वा एतं देवा आत्मानमुपासते तस्मात् तेषागं सर्वे च लोकाः आत्ताः सर्वे च कामाः स सर्वागंश्च लोकानाप्नोति सर्वागंश्च कामान् यः तम् आत्मानम् अनुविद्य विजानातीति ह प्रजापतिरुवाच प्रजापतिरुवाच इति द्वादशः खण्डः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Tomorrow we are going to conclude the chanting of Chandogya Upanishad. Wonderful it was. Now, respected friends, in our second topic today of Dhyana Purvaka Mantra Ucharana Krishna Vasudeva, it is the Gayatri Mantra of Bhagwan Sri Lakshmana Swami. Sri Rama Gayatri, the other day we saw, Sita Gayatri, yesterday we saw, and Lakshmana Gayatri. Bhagwan Sri Lakshmana is none but Adishesh Avatar. He came to serve the Lord. That's why he came as younger brother. You know, these are all very subtle, mystical truths for the Loka Kalyana, for the Dushta Shikshana, Shishta Rakshana, Dharma Samrakshana. When the Lord had to come, Sri Rama, Adishesha Bhagavan also decided to come here. He came as Lakshmana Swami, younger brother. Then the Rama Lakshmana Prema Vatsalya Bhakti is Varnanatita beyond description. Right from the birth, childhood, Lakshmana's Preeti for Sri Rama. Lakshmana and Shatrughna are children born to Sumitra. Bharata is Kaikeyi Putra. Sri Rama is Kausalya. From childhood only, Sumitra's greatness contribution was never recognized by many of us. That she has put both of her sons, children, to serve the two children of the other two wives of Dasharath. लक्ष्मण को राम के साथ, शत्रुघ्न को भरत जी के साथ she has put. Now you serve them. No problem, no fighting of the children of different mothers and all. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. And these two brothers also, Lakshmana and Shatrughna, really were committed throughout life in serving Rama and Bharata respectively. Wonderful scene it is. In the Vedantic sadhana mein, Rama is moksha, Bharata is dharma, Lakshmana is kama, and Shatrughna is artha purushartha rupa. That's what they say for understanding purushartha. So that the Bharata, dharma, and the artha, they should go together. The Shatrughna. In the sense, with dharma, the artha is earned. For dharma, the artha is spent. That's it. That's the whole Purushartha. Either Kamana should be there only for moksha. Lakshmana is not Kamana. He is a Brahma, Maha Bhakta, Viragi and all. But Purushartha Drushti se. That Kamana should always follow the moksha means only moksha Kamana should be there. No other Kamana. That is what is the symbolism that these two pairs stay always together. And all put together serve the Ayodhya and the whole universe. Chaturveda Purushartha. Now, Sri Lakshmana Swami, you can see from childhood onwards, his humbleness, service to Rama. Vishesha Rupena during that Vanavasa Kala, when he went, Lakshmana, to his mother Sumitra, said that I want to go with Rama to the forest. She never said कि यार let them go, you enjoy the kingdom, काय को जरूरत नहीं है, you are not told to go. She never said that. She said the three things throughout life Lakshmana followed. One, she says, Rama himself is Dasharatha to you. Sita herself is Kausalya or me to you. And the Vana where you are going to be is itself Ayodhya. Just to serve Rama. And so lucky Lakshmana to serve Rama and get his own beautiful thing what required. And those 14 years specially, Din Raat Lakshmana served Rama. You know, it is said that all the 14 years Lakshmana did not eat bhojanam, neither slept, and was in the total brahmacharya vrata. You understand? The story, though it's not in all the three Ramayanas, but maybe in some Puranas it is said. All three means Valmiki, Tulasi, Adhyatma. That Indrajit got a boon that nobody should kill me. But it is said it is impossible to remain in the Sharira permanently. Manna to ek din padega. Then he asked for this boon that the one who stays in brahmacharya for 14 years without food and 14 years without sleep, only in his hands I should die. That is it. Sri Lakshmana was like that. 14 years brahmacharya because the Urmila was there only in Ayodhya and all. Then 14 years Nidra he never had. Bhojana once Rama himself asks after that finishing Indrajit. Was really without Bhojan, but every day, the Bhojana was brought for all the three. Sometimes, Sita ji is to make and give to all the three shares. Lakshmana says, yeah, I was given, but I never took. Then Hanumanji was sent to see wherever Bhojan was given, and Lakshmana kept it there only, he never took. See that 14 years of these three tapasyas. Ahara nahi, nidra nahi, maithunam nahi. None of them. And fourth one, continuously with alertness, Rakshana, serving Lord Rama and Sita ji. It's a, see, such great character, Lakshmana Swami. What to talk about. And the mind, voice, everything gets benumbed, isn't it? Remembering such characters. These two characters in Ramayana, Lakshmana and Bharat. हनुमान जी का हम तो करते हैं गुणगान but Bharata 14 years though was in kingdom but was never in kingdom. He was only in Nandigrama. He was under the gufa. My brother is walking on the earth. I should be lower than him. So cave में अंदर रहते थे. Only during the decisions to be made for kingdom, he'll come out, have the meeting, give the orders, again go back. And all 14 years Rama Paduka Puja. Everything offered to Rama only. And he was also in Jata, Kala and Brahmacharya and all that. It's a great thing. Even Shatrughna also. He totally followed the brother. These four brothers are, unparalleled. Enough. From them, if we learn for our life, these prema, discipline, jnanam, tapasya, vairagya, seva, janma, dhanya. And even after that, Lakshmana Swami, Bharataji, stayed with Rama only in Ayodhya, served. Shatrughna was sent, given a kingdom in that Lavanasura was eliminated, the Lahore, all of that is Lakshmana's kingdom only. So he went there. Sorry, Shatrughna went there. Okay. Lakshmana was always available for Rama to serve for 10,000 years, both Bharata, not 1 year, 2 year. And toward the end also, you can see Sri Lakshmana is the first one who lives. That story of Durvasa coming after his 1 year of tapasya, of not eating, he wants the bhojanam. From Rama only he comes. At that time, Rama and that Yamaraj both discussing, or Yamadut, that avatar is over. You have to come back. But that time, nobody should come and listen to that. Durvasa is in urgency to meet Ram. But Rama says, whoever comes and disturbs us, he will be killed by me only. That is the final thing. Durvasa कहता है, you have to meet Rama immediately, otherwise I'll curse Rama and entire Ayodhya. Lakshmana says, Hare, how can it be? Rama and Ayodhya should be safe, even if I am sacrificed. So he goes and informs that Durvasa ji aaye hain. I don't know what purpose or purpose. Then Sri Rama sends that person meeting over, attends to Durvasa, and Durvasa ji had good food, he goes away. Now Lakshmana comes and says, that it is your pratigna that whoever comes, you have to finish them to disturb you. Na dekhna hai, na sunna hai, na disturb. So that's in Ramayana, very difficult scene it is toward the end. So Rama says, I have given you up. मैंने तुम्हारा त्याग कर दिया. that is equal to killing only. In those days, there were the rules. Once Rama said, त्याग कर दी, Lakshmana never goes to the kingdom, no meeting anyone, no Urmida, no Sumitra, kuch nahi, सीधा he goes to Sarayu Tira and there, sitting in that yoga mudra, leaving the Sharira or Sasharira, he goes into that Adishesha Lok. No, these are all great, great characters. Valmiki ji, could not write the entire story because with the most important things written only, the Ramayana became 24,000 shlok. If each of these characters' glory written, it will be 24 lakh shlok, even more. Therefore, he refrained. So, those who are jignasus bhaktas, they can taste, they can feel the glory of all these characters. Lakshmana Swami. Oh, and Rama Prema to Lakshmana also. That's why he allowed him to come with. He knows Bharata can stay without me. His love is that Lakshmana cannot. Therefore, he took him with. Wonderful that. And during that, that Shaktipata, when Sri Lakshmana Swami becomes Murchita, Lakshmana Murchita Pade. That time Sri Ram to कहते हैं कि without Lakshmana I cannot live. I don't want Sita, I don't want Ayodhya, nothing wanted. I want my Lakshmana. And that's why when Hanumanji also brings Sanjeevani, Tuma Mama Priya Bharata hi Samabhai. Because only Bharata could have saved my Lakshmana. You did it. Lakshmana is important to me. These are all mutually deserving. That pure, uncontaminated, egoless prema, bhakti, vatsalya. These are the things we have to seek in our heart. Not all the non-positivities which we have, isn't it? Impurifying our own self. Krishna Vasudeva. So Sri Lakshmana Swami is that way. Adishesh Avatar then came to serve Bhagwan and served fully throughout Avatar. And his power, valor, parakrama, we have seen in finishing Indrajit, etc., and so many other asuras during the Yuddha. So very many other stories. In Tulsi Ramayana, Lakshmana Rama Samvada, the Narayana Rama Gita. So to in Adhyatma Ramayana, Lakshmana Samvada, Rama Samvada, again Rama Gita. Tulsi Ramayana it is in Aranyakanda. In Adhyatma Ramayana it is in Uttarakand. Sarvam Jnanam given by the Lord. Okay. And so many other beautiful Lakshanas of Vairagya Seva. Remember, Sri Rama represents the Brahma Jnana. Sita Devi represents the Bhakti. Lakshmana Swami represents the Vairagya and Seva. Bharata represents Sharanagati. And Shatrughna the Dasya Bhava. So that way, all of them nothing but the great sadhanas only, they are all. That is why when we chant Hanuman Chalisa, last, Rama Lakshmana Sita Sahita, Hridaya Basahu Surabhupa. So Rama, the Jnana, Lakshmana, the Vairagya, Sita Bhakti, Hanumanji Seva. These are the ones which our heart has to be filled with. We are Mukta. So such great Lakshmana Bhagavan, he is none but Tatpurusha only. We know him. Then he is Adishesha Avatara. We meditate and do Upasana to him. And by name Lakshmana is, we pray to him that he does the prachodhanam of our life towards Adhyatmikata. May we also be Tapasvi, Vairagi, Sevaka, like Lakshmana, to be blessed by Rama for our moksha. Lakshmana himself is capable of blessing us. So, Vidmahe, Dhimahi, Prachodayat. The three words. Now the mantra is Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Adisheshaya Dhimahi तन्नो लक्ष्मणः प्रचोदयात्. This is a mantra. So Tatpurushaya Vidmahe. Sakshat Parabrahma only, Adishesha only, Lakshmana Swami. Vidmahe, without doubt, we know it. Adisheshaya Dhimahi, the thousand hooded Adishesha Bhagavan himself is this Lakshmana in the parallels of creation for doing his work of supporting the earth, globe, etc. Our earth and so many Brahmandas are said to be on the funnel of Bhagavan Adishesha only. ये सारे फिर they have their own deep spiritual explanation, symbolisms, and like Leela and Sarasti, if we can go to that Ativahika Deha, we can travel and see all that. See, Sri Krishna and Arjuna. Sri Krishna took Arjuna to the Adishesha Loka and shown him. You know, when that Brahmana Putra in Dwaraka, all 11 or 9, 10 children died. But Arjuna said, I will save the child with Yamaraj. He could not, Mata from Yamaraj. He could not. In Arjuna wanted to commit Atmahatya. You understand? That time Krishna says, Nene, we will get him. So they go to the Adishesha Loka. There that child is. From there he is brought and given to Brahmana. These are all you've seen in Bhagavatam. Na? So that Adishesha Loka, you and I also can go and see if we have that Yoga Shakti sadhana. And the entire Patanjali Yoga Darshanam is given by that Patanjali ji. He is said to be again the Adishesha Avatara only. Lakshmana and Patanjali. And then Tanno Lakshmanaha Prachodayat, that Lakshmana Swami do the Prachodanam, the protection of us, empowering of us, and only one, no other thing. Spiritual sadhana, spiritual evolution is our goal. Lakshmana Bhagavan should bless us, ensure that we really grow. Okay, so mantra is very clear, very simple. Remember Lakshmana Swami alone or with Sri Rama Bhagavan or Sita Rama. Meditatingly chant this Gayatri mantra. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Adisheshaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmanaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Adisheshaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmanaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Adisheshaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmanaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Adisheshaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmanaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Adisheshaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmanaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Adisheshaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmanaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Adisheshaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmanaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Adisheshaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmanaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Adisheshaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmanaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Adisheshaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmanaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Adisheshaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmanaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Adisheshaya Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmanaha Prachodayat. Om Shri Adisheshavatara Rupa Shri Lakshmana Parabrahma Swamine Namaha Parabrahmane Namaha. माम रक्ष रक्ष परिपालय परिपालय अस्मान् रक्ष रक्ष परिपालय परिपालय आध्यात्मिक मार्गे लक्ष्यं प्रति प्रतिचोदन प्रचोदनं कुरु कुरु अस्मिन् जन्मन्येव परमात्मानुभवं देहि प्रयच्छ. Yes, friends, we have done our second tapasya of Gayatri Mantra Ucharana. Good, nice things. This time is divinely utilized or divinized. Same thing, more intensely, more deeply, more involvedly, we have to do that itself with the higher sadhana. Right now, the third item of the day, third thing, is our common sense thought. Today's common sense thought, precise, simple. Only a question asked. Ki have we recognized the substantial work to be achieved in our life, a duty to be done in our life, and are we fully involving in them? That is the only question asked, isn't it? Enjoying in fully involving in the thing to be done. Remember, we're all one day going to go. What legacy we leave behind is a good question, that how people remember us when we leave. है ना? Thank God चला गया, or such a wonderful person. We were in his company, he was in our company, we lived together. It was a memory to be cherished for the entire life. You know, if the people around us consider like that, our life is fulfilled after we depart. That we don't know after we depart what they do or don't. But we see the world, whom people thank and express their joy, gratitude for being with them. So, if they have remembered means truly how much he has that concern and service to them while being alive, how much he must have poured that love, etc., and how much a wise life of all disciplines and what do you call dedications he must have lived. That's how the people remember. The people whom people remember even after 40, 50, 60 years for his contribution. 100 साल भी 300 साल, 1000 साल, like our rishis and munis, yawns only. We still remember them for their contribution. Yeah, they are chiranjeevis, they are there. But हमको तो स्मरण है ना उनका. So we can also expect ourselves to be like that. And all that is there in our hands as to what we do while we are given that opportunity. Secondly, when we leave from here, what we take with us also important. I know we have to be careful about it. क्या लाए पोटली वहां पूछेंगे हमको. खोल के देखा तो all non-positive things are there. They're not encouraging. All good things we take are very good. You are promoted. So let us be aware about it, conscious about it, and know and do only the best things. Every day should be in a beauty in the book of our life. Every page should have, every page, there is a page having its own glory and beauty, making a complete book of our life. I know. So all, if we live, it is 36,500 days. That big book is there. In that every panna is something noble, something great, something divine, something, spiritually useful, something useful to the world, something pleasing the Lord, something told by the Shruti Mata. ऐसा हर पन्ना हमारा होना है. That half pannas are filled with all kachra kachra, and the remaining half panna khali khali. कुछ किया ही नहीं, isn't it? No, right? Now these are the things. Let us recognize nothing bad or wrong about it. Recognize it and set ourselves. In us, first the most deeply rooted ajnana. We have to have the job in our hand to uproot ajnana by sowing the deep plant of jnana in us. So too we have in us a very powerful vasanas, terrible vasana, powerful vasana. All the powerful vasanas have to be made powerless and eliminated only. That's a job we have in our hand to do. So too, very, very weak बुद्धि बुद्धि में ताकत ही नहीं है हमारा. It doesn't think, it doesn't understand, it cannot command because उसमें ज्ञान ही नहीं है. A weak buddhi has to be made strong. A strong vasanamaya kosha should be weakened. And deep rooted avidya should be replaced by deep rooted vidya. And very timid, very frightening mind we have. कितना डरपोक है हमारा मन. धर्म करने के लिए डरता है, उपासना करने के लिए डरता है, आध्यात्मिक साधना करने के लिए डरता है. एंड इट्स स्लेवरी टू द वर्ल्ड, उसको छोड़ने के लिए डरता है. वो हमेशा डरने वाला हमारा मन. और शरीर को लेके डरता है कि कुछ हो रहा है करके. बाहर के भोगों को लेकर डरता है. इतना डरपोक आवर माइंड, एब्सोल्युटली timid and fearful. That mind has to be freed from those fears and should be given that fearlessness. Nirbhayata, man mein aana chahiye. With which all that is to be done we are able to do. So the kamzor man mein zor bharna. So too the sapidity less, energy less, pale, our indriyas. Bhog kar karke itne thak gaye that there is no energy in them only. Conserve our energies, whatever are there, by saying no to the bhoga and use that energies of indriyas for something divine, something spiritual. And also at the body level, all diseases, all laziness, isn't it? We only brought it. And again, ourselves as a total being, surrender to the Deha. That Deha Sukha alone is my Sukha. We have become slave to the Deha. Deha is lazy. Deha is made like buffalo. It is made with all diseases. And we identify with it. Ah, घटद्रष्टा घटात् भिन्नः सर्वथा न घटो यथा देहद्रष्टा तथा नाहम तथा देहो नाहमित्यव धारय. Yesterday we were saying. So these many jobs we have and our outer relations, very chaotic with the world. And outer duties, we have not even recognized, acknowledged them only. And our outer contribution to the world, which continuously the world requires from us, वो तो पहचाना ही नहीं कभी. So everywhere so many things are there for us to do. Our contribution to the world outside, extra contributions when the world needs. Then our performance of the duties and our non-chaotic relation with the world of people. किसी से भी कोई confused relation नहीं होना चाहिए. Anybody it is, clarity होना है. किससे हम प्यार करना, किससे द्वेष करना, किसको दूर रखना, किसको पास में रखना. This all we must know. So there also God. Sharira like this, Indriyas like this. प्राण शक्ति तो इतना इतना थोड़ा थोड़ा, like 0 watt bulb वो भी फूक रहा है, चला जा रहा है, like that. Indriyas we are slaves to. Mind is all fears. बुद्धि कमजोर, वासनास भरे हुए, और तत्वज्ञानम शून्यम, and heart filled with all the weeds. Isn't it? So every one of these places we have opportunity to work. We are fully engrossed employees. Our employment, our job is this. As a spiritual seeker, we are not free. We are free from the arthakama. We are not free from the efforts. In fact, we have to be more busy as a spiritual seeker Then the outer worldly activities, because spirituality we have nobody else than ourselves to work for, है ना? बाहर में कोई हेल्प करे. अध्यात्म nobody. You have to walk your own path. Sometimes laying your own path. And the more we delay, the more we are frustrated. Isn't it? Better than that is a worldly person. At least he's enjoying the worldly भोगा. चलो जब आएगा बीमारी आएगी, जब मृत्यु होगा मरेगा वो. But he is not frustrated like that. ना घर का ना घाट का. See that? If we have to get that moksha, that too very soon, we have to more vigorously, intensely act as sadhaka than when we were worldly. So these are the projects we have engaged in which we have to fulfill our life. Engaging in them is fulfillment. When fulfillingly we engage in them, they give us the final real fulfillment. Remember all of them. ज्ञान से भरो अपने दिल को, वासनाओं को शून्य बना दो, बुद्धि को ज्ञान से भरो. ओके, देन मन को धैर्य से भरना है. इंद्रियों में भी शक्ति आना चाहिए विथ ऑल डिसिप्लिन. शरीर शुड गिव अप इट्स तमोगुण एंड निरोग, रोग रहित, वो भी अपने हाथ में. हाउ टू डू ईच वन ऑफ देम, यू ऑल नो इट, यू आर द मास्टर्स. That's what we are listening every day, we are studying every day. So engage whole day in this way, in this cure, in this very creative, constructive, divinizing activities as much as possible. And keep those targets and achieve them. Conquer the conquerables, negotiate the non-conquerables. Isn't it? The obstructions, the weaknesses, any of the other prarabdhas which come in our life, obstructing our sadhana. It's not easy thing. हमने किया नहीं शुरू, इसलिए हमें पता नहीं होता कि क्या obstructions होते हैं. When you start doing, we'll know it. Little idea we can get. है ना? The various prarabdhas, the dushta shaktis who are directly directed towards us, who are indirectly directed towards us, they're all working. दुष्ट शक्तिस है कि नहीं. कोई जानबूझकर किसी को ठोक देगा, कोई अनजाने में भी ठोक देता है. फिजिकली यू नो इट. इन द सेम वे subtle level also, some subtle powers continuously work to nullify our adhyatmika sadhana. Some have left those arrows negative, aiming at hitting those targets who do good sadhana. उनको ऐसे obstructions आते, like in our constitution. Such rules are made by which the Hindu Sanatana Dharma is always suppressed. All rules are made like that permanently. And then follow constitution, and what is there in that is half of that is all nonsense only. This type of things. वो बनाने वाले ऐसे दिमाग से बनाया, वो हमको पता ही नहीं होता. Same way, it is left in the world by some negative people. वो भी हमें affect करता है. कहीं लैंडमाइन लगाया, जो जाएगा उसका उससे वो ब्लास्ट हो जाता. The landmines of negativities are kept by the negative people. They might have died, but their thoughts, their sankalpas, they are there. Like the good people leave body, but their thoughts, their sankalpas, their contributions, inspirations continue, no? उसी तरह वो भी हमें अफेक्ट करते हैं नेगेटिव. तो इसलिए केयरफुल रहते हुए we have to be fully engaged in sadhanas, knowing all the obstacles, going through them, conquerable, non-conquerable, manageable. When non-manageable, just allow the time to pass. Though we talk every day that we have to be so busy in our sadhana, do it aggressively, not as it is as easy as it is said. When we do, we will know big unsurmountable difficulties. तो जो खुद मैनेज कर सकते हैं करो, दूसरों के हेल्प से कुछ कर सकते हैं, करो। प्रभु की कृपा से कुछ करो। कुछ प्रभु कहते हैं, यू हैव टू गो थ्रू, ओनली गो थ्रू, बट गोल इज वेरी क्लियर, द मीन्स आर वेरी क्लियर, है ना? इन दैट ऑल आर इम्पोर्टेंट. Unless we serve the world will not reciprocate. Unless we finish their duties, the world will not stop hating us. Unless we set right our relations, their negative thoughts continuously trouble us. Unless we keep our sharira healthy, first of all, we cannot be peaceful at mind. Unless our indriyas are shakti yukta and intact, with indriyas, whatever sadhana we have to do, we cannot. Unless the mind is full of fearlessness, I'm ready to sacrifice anything and everything for the higher, you know, important thing. At its place, that is important. So to buddhi, if it is not filled with the everyday gained spiritual jnana, tattva jnana, adhyatmika jnana, more than the science. People are nowadays very interested and spend hours together in knowing about the things that are happening in the world, the sciences, the technologies, the discoveries. If you ask me in one sentence, I have all the dareness and courage to say that it's all humbug and nonsense. Never the science and science discoveries are going to give moksha to the jivas. Rather, they bind them more and more, enslave them more and more, make them lazy more and more. That's it. Shut up. Your science and your discoveries. Some comforts they give, but those comforts, if you don't use for Adhyatmic sadhana, there's no other thing than the scientific developments sufficient enough to destroy us. The problem is not in the outer world that the science can solve. It is subjective. It is in my mind, in my own ignorance, I am suffering with the upadita adatma as the jiva. What the science technology can do about that? What your yantra outer will do? Even sadhanas, when they done yantrika, they won't help. Then how can the outer yantras help? No, don't be in delusion. One day we'll take this topic more exhaustively. The science and technology is a bane, it's a curse. If it's not kept in a limit, and if it is not utilized. And for spirituality, त्यागे नहीं कि अमृत तो मानुष. अबे देंद्र उपाधियों को छोड़ो कहते हैं, तो फिर इनसे तादात्म्य बढ़ाने वाले साइंस से क्या लेना देना? वो तो और भी बंधन में डालेगा. Therefore, this is very crucial because people are fond of every day browsing through hours together and going and getting themselves into a funny mood of satisfaction. उस देश में उसने वो इन्वेंट किया, इस देश में इसने इन्वेंट किया. हमें there's no end to that. First of all, are they required? अब करते जा रहे and you are listening to that, you are seeing it. Spend that time in knowing through our shastras the tattva very strongly. I to recommend that. Perhaps I can even strongly suggest, even more than suggestion, whatever you can expect from me, I can do that also. In this regard, apna yoga jnana, bhakti jnana, tattva jnana, this jnana regarding how we become jiva, how we suffer, how to come out of it, these things we have to gain. ये ज्ञान बढ़ाते रहना in the buddhi, okay? And see to it that we are freed from any vasanas. And the deep core of our heart is filled with all positivity, not negative. So this is how we have very, very important projects in our hands. How can we relax? How can we do something else? You know, how can we leave our adhyatmic sadhana and run behind the worldly people when they call us or don't call us? अब तो अकल आना चाहिए हमको, इसको मैं अकल ही कहता हूँ. I am more busy in repairing myself, in resetting myself, in restarting myself, in empowering myself. I'm not available. The ones who decide like this firmly with intellect and strong in the mind in their willpower alone can do something and grow tesham sukham shashvatam naiteresham. The others only will suffer. Okay, friends, thank you. Om Sahana Bhavatu Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Om Yerime Gurubhi Purvam Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shruti Smriti Purananam ओम गुरु पुंगव पुंगव केतनते ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम परब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं सनातन धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेष निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणाद् आरभ्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशङ्कर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ॐ नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययम् निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठप्रभाम्यहम् पारायणम् अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः 19, 20, 21. This will be done today. ॐ अपाणिपादो जवनो गृहीता पश्यत्य चक्षुः सशृणोत्यकर्णः स वेत्ति वेद्यं न च तस्यास्ति वेत्ता तमाहुरग्र्यं पुरुषं महान्तम् अणोरणीयान् महतो महीयान् आत्मा गुहायां निहितोऽस्य जन्तोः तमक्रतुं पश्यति वीतशोकः धातुः प्रसादान्महिमानमीशम् वेदाहमेतमजरं पुराणं सर्वात्मानं सर्वगतं विभुत्वात् जन्मनिरोधं प्रवदन्ति यस्य ब्रह्मवादिनो हि प्रवदन्ति नित्यम् इति तृतीयोऽध्यायः. We'll do the chanting of fourth from tomorrow. Now, in our studying 12th mantra, yesterday exhaustively we saw in the 6th chapter for the 12th mantra, the title given परमात्मा ज्ञान से नित्य सुख की प्राप्ति और मोक्ष है ना. नित्य सुख itself is moksha. Anitya sukha, as the sukha goes away, makes us feel in the sense of bondage only. So moksha only nitya sukha alone moksha. Both of them are obtained only by Paramatma, not by any other way. And Paramatma Prapti is equal to Paramatma Jnanam. Ah, you know, two things, Once when we are now established in listening to Upanishads daily, these two ideas. One, how much our real self is concealed, and we, with that pseudo imaginary individuality, got lost in the world. First point. Second is, see, this knowledge we are not able to appreciate, receive, digest only. How much? Our total personality is trained negatively to be worldly. Now you understand what is the meaning of difference between antarmukata, bahirmukata, sadhana and samsara, upadhi tadatmya and nirupadhika atma prapti. Through the upadhis, getting lost in the world of things, beings through raga dvesha, freedom from them, These things which we are listening almost every day, now you must have an idea clear about it. Paramatma Jnana say Nitya Trupti, Nitya Sukha, and Moksha. And we are not interested in that. See how much deluded we are. And even if we are interested, we are not able to do the sadhana sufficiently. Because how much we, by our own choice, knowingly or unknowingly, are addicted to be in the world only, habituated to be in the world only. इस तरह हम अपने आप के दो तरह से शत्रु हैं. Neither making ourselves fit qualified to gain this knowledge, nor making ourselves fit qualified to withdraw from the world and do this sadhana. ये क्लिक होना चाहिए हमको ऐसे सेंटेंस जब सुनते हैं परमात्मा ज्ञान से नित्य सुख की प्राप्ति और मोक्ष. बट वेयर आर वी लास्ट? हाउ मच वी आर लास्ट? है ना? Totally drowned only that even the instruments which go deep into the ocean and bring out the things, they also are not able to bring us out. इतना drowned है हम in the samsara that the Guru and the Lord and Shruti Mata are using all the instruments to pull us away from that drowning. हम उनको मिल ही नहीं रहे, इतने हम drowned हो. You know, in childhood we used to have this. है ना, पानी from the well we used to take. How many years we have done that? We have dug the wells also. वो कभी कभी वो बाल्टी गिर गया. Then the other thing is there, which again tied with the rope and we leave it and घुमा घुमा के कभी करते थे तो पुराना 5 साल पहले गिरा हुआ वो बकेट यूज टू कम. समटाइम्स सम चेन, सिल्वर चेन, कुछ ना कुछ ऐसी चीजें निकलते थे विचित्र. सो कभी कभी इतना भी करो दैट बाल्टी इज नॉट coming onto this knob, whatever it is, to pull it out. Same way, the rishis, the gurus are trying to pull us out of this outer life named samsara, but हम उनको मिल ही नहीं रहे. Like the mercury, फिसल ही जा रहे हैं हम अपन बार बार. It is not the lack of the grace, it's so much. It is a disgrace that we are not available. That we have to realize. And first thing throughout life, remember, is our sankalpa. That this is not the life I want, this one I want. My pursuit now will be only Paramatma. Let me work only for that. That sankalpa when becomes stronger day by day, along with prayers to the Ishvara and ourselves also taking initiative to do the things in small doses, then we can understand, feel that we can change from the samsara drowned life to the awakened spiritual life, awakening spiritual life. करो तो होता है. फनी कभी कभी देखकर लगता है कि विथ ऑल द ब्लेसिंग स्टिल हाउ द पर्सनैलिटी स्टिल वर्ल्डली. With so much of listening, still why there's no conviction regarding reality? What a power of mind and Maya, dekho. And his whole world is nothing but the one which strengthens the mind and Maya only. इसलिए दरवाजा बंद करो, माइंड और माया को साइड पे रखो, ओनली रियलाइज द इनर सेल्फ. Anything else we are only adding up to our samsara, lengthening, strengthening our samsara. That's it. कुछ भी नहीं. थोड़ा डर होना चाहिए. डर नहीं है तो सत्य है, सत्य के कारण ही डरना भी पड़ेगा, बिकॉज इट्स नॉट वर्दी. राइट? परमात्मा ज्ञान से नित्य सुख की प्राप्ति और मोक्ष. नाउ मंत्र. ओम एको वशी निष्क्रियाणाम बहूनाम एकम बीजम बहुधाय करोति तमात्मस्थं येनु पश्यन्ति धीराः तेषां सुखं शाश्वतं नेतरेषाम्. फिर से. एको वशी निष्क्रियाणां बहूनाम एकं बीजं बहुधाय करोति तमात्मस्थं येनु पश्यन्ति धीराः तेषां सुखं शाश्वतं नेतरेषाम्. Feel the joy of understanding the meaning of the shloka by understanding the meaning of the words and sentences, then study it deeply with Bhashya. So the Paramatma Tattva is Ekaha, one without second. Vashi Nishkriyanam. He is the single one to keep in Vasha control the entire Nishkriyana. See, these are all very Upanishadic way of telling it is, Vedantic way of telling it is, Upanishadic Kala way of language. And the Guru, in his mind, is soaked in that reality only. So, from that standpoint, he is saying, and the listener, the audience, the Shrota also are of highest order. That time, therefore, without any ambiguity or misunderstanding, they could understand the right meaning of these sentences. So, Nishkriyanam Vashi. Nishkriyana means all jivas. As a jivas, he is the one under whose control they are. Because without Paramatma Tattva, the jiva cannot have his own jiva bhava, upadhi, tadatma, samsara. So that's how in his vasha they are there, his vasha. Then eko vashi sarva jivanam kehna chahiye. Why did he say nishkriyanam? Because with the help of Tattvasima Vakya, that each of the jiva is that nishkriya Paramatma only. That's what we are studying in our Mandukya Alata also. Basically, we are all Nishkriya Paramatma Swarupa. We have nowhere to go, nothing to achieve. We are already complete and infinite. Forgetting that infinitude, feeling the limitation, wanting to again become infinite, having the desire inside, seeing the world outside, recognizing it to be other than ourselves, feeling ourselves empty as we see the world, then desire for that things of the world involving in it. All of that natanki going on, not required. We are always free. We are always liberated. We are always nishkriya. So nishkriyanam is the goal. But now we are in jiva bhava. From that standpoint, we are in the vasha of the self. Without self, none of the upadhis can remain our work. Today we will see the same shlokas in our Vakya Vritti. Already we started yesterday. I know, giving that example of Ayaskanta, in the presence of whom all the dehendriyadaya yasya sannidhi matrena dehendriyadaya vyapratikshamaha tadatma iti avadharaya. We are seeing, no? So Vashi Nishkriyanam is understood. Nishkriyanam is plural. And Nishkriya means those who are not doing karma. And not doing karma means the mukta sthiti. Therefore, Shruti Mata says every jiva basically is kriyadi avashyaka rahita shashvata purna brahma only. But he doesn't recognize it to be that. He thinks he is a jiva. At that time, he is in the vasha of the Paramatma Tattva. And as we saw the other day, every jiva finally will be liberated only. Then why do sadhana? To enhance the speed of it, to achieve it quickly. As a human being, we have the ability, facilities, etc. That is why. हाँ प्रभु सबको मोक्ष देवे और and the other way, it is the way the Lord designed for us to get moksha. Therefore, listen to Shastra and do sadhana. अगर आप एक दृष्टि से देखोगे, you can feel, no, Bhagavan by giving us this knowledge, by empowering us, by giving us small little sankalpas and making us do little sadhanas, he is taking us towards moksha only. And we have evolved from whatever we were earlier. Others who are lower than us, they are evolving. Some people are already ahead of us, some jivas. ये सब आज हम शाम को फिर से लीला उपाख्यान में देखेंगे. The different worlds, the evolved beings and all of that. Both of them will be traveling in the Chitta Akash with the Jnana Deha, Ativahika Deha. In the Chidakasha, only all of them. But in pure Chidakasha, there's no travel. You identify with it, you become one with it. In the Chittakasha, only the Chidakasha, only the Chittakasha Kalpita. In that, with the Chitta Sharira, they are traveling in that way. Oh, very big description it is. We'll see that. Okay. Vashi Sarva Nishkriyanam Eko Vashi Nishkriyanam Bahunam explained. Second line Ekam Bijam Bahudayah Karoti. Eka Bija only, that Mula Prakriti. By his presence, Bahuda Karoti. है ना? See, not difficult to understand. The seed for a big gigantic tree like of people are all, seed इतना ही होता है, आंखों से भी नहीं दिखता. But it has its own potentiality. When exposed to the right atmosphere, see, having broken the earth and coming out of it, slowly देखते देखते, such a huge tree with so many branches, secondary branches, leaves, fruits, flowers, एक छोटा सा सीड इतना बड़ा बनता है कि नहीं. So too all our shariras, when we were in mother's womb, one cell only. अब देखते देखते बहुधा यह करोति, all the body which we got as we were delivered from mother's womb, all of them are made बहुधा karoti. In Mahabharata, in some of the other Vedas, the embryology also is given how from the day one onwards till the delivery, the Jiva Sharira grows. The Sharira grows, and at what time Jiva enters and how when he becomes aware, all of them are given. Science nowadays also advanced to a great extent. Physical things they show. I am explaining Ekam Bijam Bahuda Yaha Karoti ke liye example. The other things of the human endeavors, wherein one person discovered one aeroplane, Ekam, then million, thousands of planes have. Somebody discovered a car, thousands of cars have come. Ekam Bahuda Karoti. Pot maker makes one pot, mud into so many pots, one gold into ornaments. Bahuda Karoti. Enough no examples. So Ishvara is the one who, Paramatma is the one who, in whose presence the Maya getting activated, appearing in the form of the entire world. Baudayakar. Then Tam, that Paramatma. Where is he? Atmastham. He is there in us only as our real self. Everything which can be recognized as not self. When all of that is rejected, the non-rejectionable self is the real self. That's called Pratyagatma. बाकी सारे देहेंद्र प्राण मनोबुद्धि in our ignorance as per requirement in Vyavahara, with them also we have Atmiya Bhava, Atma Bhava. But they're all, what do you call, objectifiable. I am the Sakshi, they're all seen by me. Therefore, they are not Pratyagatma. When all of them are rejected, we reach to a state of the self which cannot be objectified. That is called as Atmastham. Ye Anupashyant. Anu means Anunityam. When they keep on trying. That's called Anupashyant. Till they recognize. After recognizing, staying there only. That is meaning of Anupashyant. So Nirantara Sadhana, after reaching the Sadhya, Nirantara Sthai Bhava in that Brahman only. Tamatmasam Yenupashyant. They are called Dhiraha. They are the wise people. They are the intelligent people. They are the people with all dhruti and dhairya, patience, perseverance, and fearlessness. They are the ones. This dhiraha shabda, in Gita also. Dhirastatana muhyati, second chapter. Kathopanishad Shreyo hi dhiro abhipreyaso prunite kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmanamaikshatu. All these words, how many times we saw. So here he says, such people are the dhiraha. And tesham sukham shashvatam. To them is the permanent sukha. Naitaresha. बाकी सबको लिटिल प्लेजर सेंस टिकलिंग से सम माइंड सेटिस्फैक्शन से होता है नॉट दी शाश्वत सुख सो देर इज सुख देर इज शाश्वत सुख इट इज उपाधि अतीत इट इज आत्म सुख दैट कैन बी अचीव्ड हैविंग अचीव्ड इट वन बिकम सुखी शाश्वत रूपेण these things we are never getting to listen only you only listen about that 1 minute 2 minute wala bhog of the world only. And that only we consider so great. And entire life's energies we are pouring for that. This is delusion. This is samsara. This is ignorance. This is confusion. This is misguidance. Don't question or say who is doing it. We are getting it. Don't get it. Get the right direction. Don't get confused. No? Don't get misguided. Don't get into samsara. Don't continue to be in the delusion. And when you go to barber, then only you do shaving. He will not come to you, no? So to when we go, then only we get deluded. Nobody comes to delude us. कहते हैं हम माया मन हमको फंसाता है. That's a poetic way of saying. Actual thing is nobody फंसाते हमको. We only get go and then ah बैल मुझे मार. We only go and get lost. That's why we only have the opportunity to get out of it. This is the way. Study the Upanishads, understand them, have that respect, reverence to the guidance given, and be committed in that dignified manner. Do the things, get out of samsara. That's it. So, shloka artha we have seen. Friends, tesham sukham shashvatam na itaresham. Now, the same thing we have to study with Bhashya. एको वशी इति एको वशी स्वतंत्रः निष्क्रियाणां बहूनां जीवानां सर्वाः क्रिया न आत्मनि समवेताः किन्तु देहेन्द्रियेषु आत्मा तो निष्क्रियो निर्गुणः सत्त्वादिगुणरहितः कूटस्थः सन् अनात्मधर्मान् आत्मनि अध्यस्य अभिमन्यते कर्ता भोक्ता सुखी दुःखी कृशः स्थूलः मनुष्यः मुषः पुत्रः अस्य नप्ता इति उक्तं च प्रकृते क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः अहङ्कारगुणात्मा कर्ताहमिति मन्यते तत्त्वैतमाबाहो गुणकर्म विभागयोः गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्ते इति मत्वा न सज्जते प्रकृतेर्गुणसम्पूर्णाः सज्जन्ते गुणकर्मसु इति एकं बीजं बीजस्थानीयं भूतसूक्ष्मं बहुधा यः करोति तम् आत्मस्थं बुद्धौ स्थितं ये अनुपश्यन्ति साक्षात् जानन्ति धीराः बुद्धिमन्तः तेषाम् आत्मविदां सुखं शाश्वतं न इतरेषाम् अनात्मविदाम्. See the beautiful bhashya, itna spashta hai. We will revel in it tomorrow whole day. Bhashya Adhyanam of this mantra. Om 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 Purnamadah Shrutimatre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Tomorrow our Chandogya Parayana will conclude. Wonderful thing. Uske baad I don't know what will start or not. This shloka will study with Bhashya. Right? Now welcome for Gita Adhyanam.